Hey, what's going on, guys? I want to show you something I got in the mail today. I'll give you a little bit of a backstory on it first. So I had an old Inforce APL, the pistol mounted light that they made. And I think the one I had was the Gen 2 because it still had the screw on instead of, like, I think they used to have like a quick release deal that people weren't able to get them to stay on their gun. So they made the Gen 2, which I believe was just the one that you screwed on and it stayed on there under the pressure of that screw. Well, I had one and it had a battery drain. And what I mean by a battery drain is even when the light was not in use, it would still drain the battery. And I had it for a while and I didn't know what to do with it. I wouldn't trust it on a pistol. So eventually I just, got on their customer service deal and told them what was going on. They sent me a work order on it and I shipped it off. And I was expecting them to go through it, figure out what was going on, maybe fix the internals. But instead, they just kept it and sent me a brand new Gen 3 APL. So this is their newest version. It's supposed to have upgraded internals. I believe it still stays on the pistol the same way with that screw. But I thought it was pretty cool that they just decided to send me a new one instead of messing with the old one. I like when companies do that when they come out with a newer version of something. If the older version that you have is not functioning correctly, I do believe they should give you an upgraded version. And they may not have any of the older version ones anymore to give. I don't know. Either way, I got a brand new light and I'm pretty happy about that. So take it out of the box here and take a look at it. First, let's see if there's anything in this little instruction manual that bears repeating. Press and hold either paddle for more than a half a second for momentary. Release pressure off the paddle and the light will turn off. For constant, quickly press either paddle. Pressing either paddle will turn the light off if you press it again, I guess. This takes a CR123 battery. You unscrew the head, put the battery in, and it goes back on. Yeah, it comes with a universal adapter for your Picatinny rails or 1913, whatever you want to call them. I don't know. Picatinny rails and 1913s are different, I know, but specifically, I'm just putting them on Glocks, so not that big of a deal. So anyway, here is the new light, and to me, it looks like the dimensions are maybe a little different. Like maybe it's a little bit longer, I think. It does appear to be longer than what I remember, but let's take it out and see what the battery is here. So there it is. They put an Energizer CR123 battery in there with it, and that just, your positive end is there. Positive end down. Take the head cap back on. Twist it all the way, and there it is. Momentary. So for momentary, you press the paddle for more than a half a second, keep it held down, and then when you let off, the light will turn back off. For constant, you just quickly tap. You quickly tap, and it stays on, and then you tap it again, and it goes off. So on, off. I can already tell that the switches are a little different. There's a different feel to the switch than there used to be. There's a very positive click in there, and I think they have a mechanism built into it to prevent you from accidentally discharging your light. You saw where I just tried to click it on real fast there. If I try it again, real fast, try it. Hang on. See there? See, so you can't, not saying that you can't accidentally discharge the light, but it makes it a little bit more difficult to accidentally discharge it. So if you're doing it purposely, it will come on. But if you accidentally hit it on something, it won't come on. So I guess there's a little bit of a time variable there where it has to be pressed. Now, on top of this full-size Gen 3 APL that I have also gotten an APL-C, the compact version. I was going to get a Surefire XC1, but I've heard so many bad things about them as of right now. I know there's a new version that just came out, and I guess we'll see how that one goes before I get one. I would like to have one if it functions properly, but the reviews that I saw on the XC1s over extended periods of use were terrible. They were awful. The light flickering and turning off while you're shooting, or turning on and not being able to turn it back off, and just all kinds of nightmarish scenarios with the light. But this one works the same way. Momentary, you just press it and hold it, and as soon as you release, it turns off. For constant on, you tap it once, and then to turn it off, you tap it again. And then I believe it also has that mechanism built in to prevent you from accidentally discharging the light. Yep, that's awesome. So what we'll do is we'll go over how to install these on the pistols and see how well they lock on and stuff. I don't expect that to be a problem. My last one never came off while I was shooting. It's just that the light would drain the battery even when you weren't using it, so I did not feel safe having it on a pistol that I might have to depend my life on. These I will use over an extended period of time, and we'll figure out how much better they do. So anyway, I'm going to show you guys how to put these on a couple different pistols right now. Okay, so we'll start first with the full-size Glock and the new Gen 3 full-size APL. So the thing about these is they use slotted screws, which I happen to like because you can use almost anything, i.e. this Victorinox knife, to loosen this up. So you're going to loosen the screw up, and this has a piece on it that moves. This is not secured to the light by anything other than this screw. So it's kind of like your Streamlight TLRs, where it requires that screw tension to secure down to the pistol. So we'll unscrew that a little bit, and as you'll see, this has a universal adapter or rail key. So we're going to place it right there and make sure it fits securely in that rail key, or that rail slot. And then we're going to tighten it down. It would have been easier if I got a real screwdriver, but I'm trying to make the point that you don't have to have an actual screwdriver to do this. Tighten that up a little bit, and that is securely on there. Now, the APL-C is a little different in that it doesn't have that piece that moves, so you have to take this screw all the way out. Oh, damn, almost lost the screw. And then this slides over the rail and fits into place. Now once you have it on there, you simply put that screw back in. Just a little bit too far. There it goes. And then there that is. That is secured to the pistol nicely as well. Alright guys, so there it is. That's how you put these Inforce lights onto a pistol using both the new Gen 3 APL and the APL-C for smaller compact guns. Now I'm currently working on trying to get an in the waistband holster for the Glock 19 with the APL-C on it. And if I can get one and it's reasonably comfortable, I will be carrying with a light on my pistol from now on. That's not going to in any way excuse me from having a handheld light. I will always have a handheld light on me, but you know, this is just a little bit too big to carry. This is too big of a package. I was really, like I said, I was so interested in that Surefire XC1, but until they get those problems fixed, I won't invest especially that kind of money in it. But this APL-C, I've heard a lot of good things about it, and it's not much bigger than that XC1, so I don't think it'll be much of a problem having this thing on there. Before anybody screams at me, these guns were checked to make sure that they were empty before I started recording this. There's normally somebody out there that will freak out about that, but anyways, that's the new that's the APL-C and the Inforce APL And this thing's bright. This one's 400 lumens. The last one wasn't that bright. I think the last one was maybe 200 lumens. So I'm excited to get this one out and try it and do some night shoots with it and record that and bring you guys along for that as well. I also have one of their WMLs on one of my rifles that I've never done a video on, so I may do that soon as well. It's going to be a while before I can do a shooting video, probably about 2 weeks, because deer season is here, and it's kind of bad form to go out there and start shooting in the middle of the woods before all the hunters can get out there and get their deer taken care of. So anyways, guys, that was me showing you how these things work and how they're installed. I appreciate you watching. Go ahead and like, share, and subscribe, please, if you would. And find me on Facebook and Instagram, DocBem556. And remember, violence isn't always the answer, but sometimes it's the only answer.